All right, folks. Again, my name is Hebbings, and it looks like it is time for Final Fantasy 20th Anniversary Edition. Any percent with Sawneyrath11. Take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on in to what's hopefully going to be a very nice and comfy run. This is the 20th Anniversary Edition of Final Fantasy I, released on the PlayStation Portable, albeit being played on a PS TV. I am Sawneyrath11. And my commentators, who were also our previous runners.
Sid.
I'm SwimmyLionni.
Now, one of the things we had was we had a bid war for the Warriors of Light. So I need those 4 names, please.
In order from highest to lowest. You need 4, right, Sonny?
Yes, please.
First up is with $250, Dan, capital D, lowercase a, lowercase n.
Yeah.
Second up.
$25 goes to Tanny, capital T-A-N-I, lowercase.
T-A-N-I, correct? Okay.
Third place goes to Deem, capital D, lowercase e, lowercase m, lowercase e.
That would be Demi.
Yeah.
Demi, I apologize.
And then the fourth and final character, which is also going to be our white mage.
It is going to be Rex, spelled capital W, lowercase R-E-X.
W-R-E-X?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to have a little bit of a cutscene to start off that we're going to be able to skip, but otherwise I'm going to let Sid and Swimmy take over for the start of the run. So we're going to get this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, this run, you know, we got a little bit of money, so I guess we'll gear up. You know, why not? Okay, just the one, I guess.
Yeah, just the one.
You know, it'll be enough damage. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, the hammer on the thief is a. Excuse me. All right, enough of the gag.
Yeah, so this run is really defined by the equipment glitch. Try to explain it before he gets to the first boss. So if you are going to confirm the equipment of some, say a weapon, and you press L or R to switch to another character, it will put it on that character instead. So it is a wrong equipment glitch. But if you put your cursor on memory and on the second character have it on armor, it will put that weapon in the armor instead. This has 2 curious effects. One is it won't put the weapon there. Instead, it'll find something from the armor table with the same item ID. And second, it won't remove the weapon.
Yeah.
It will just create a new
It just creates a new item. And luckily, the hammer shares the ID with Knight's armor, which is only supposed to go on the warrior. So now everything's unkillable. We are very slow, which is the downside, so running can be a bit annoying. But the fact that we take 1 damage from functionally everything makes the early game a lot safer. The way that this run is kind of defined is by 2 things. The main one is your encounter table. At the start of the game, you get an encounter table, and that's what you're going to have. It's not fully plotted out like Final Fantasy II PSP, because that one starts, I believe, on the same seat every time for some reason. Final Fantasy I, not so much, but Sonny can kind of tell what table he's on. Oh yeah, judgment staffs too.
So you can turn weapons into armor into weapons. You can turn a weapon into armor and then back into a weapon if you want to duplicate a weapon. Sonny just gave himself some judgment staffs. Judgment staves are one of the... They're not in the original game.
The Knight's armor is the only vanilla equipment we're going to put on. And ribbons,
literally.
excuse me. We will put ribbons on. I didn't want to bury the lead too hard.
I mean, ribbons really shouldn't be considered vanilla equipment.
They do way lift.
So the judgment staff, it's a staff. It's not that strong. It's about equivalent to like a mid-game flame saber, but that's plenty for the first boss. Mid-game equipment will totally destroy the first boss.
The cool part is, like, a lot of the equipment in this game will perform a spell or have a increased damage to a type of enemy. The Judgment Staff is one that you get from one of the DLC dungeons that were originally from the Dawn of Souls GBA version, which was added to this, and they added an additional dungeon as well.
Not so much DLC, but one of the bonus
well,
dungeons.
Yeah.
Soul of Rebirth dungeon.
Oh, no, it's just the modern poisoning my brain. Oh.
But yeah,
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
The Judgment Staff in and of itself comes from the Soul of Rebirth dungeon, Lifespring Grotto, and it's a drop from the FF5 boss, Atmos. And he's got about 12,000 HP, and we have to defeat Kraken in order to get to him. We don't have time to do that.
You're absolutely not supposed to have this, and let alone have 4 of them. You have to work quite hard to get them.
And be level 2.
Yeah. It also casts the spell.
Yeah.
I'm going to bury the lead on this, and you guys can guess if you don't know.
I don't know, is it Nuke?
Nuke? I've never
What's
seen
that?
a nuke. Maybe it's a flare.
I don't know.
Maybe
it
a
might have
solar
been-
flare?
I don't know, it might have been G-Flare.
G-flare?
Hey, Sonny,
Very possible.
While bridge things are happening, got a second for
Hit it.
update on
Absolutely.
Hellfire? We are at $950 out of $1,500 needed by the end of Tiamat 2. That's in Temple of the Fiends, the refight. Last hit on that is the cutoff for Hellfire Chasm. So if you want to see Sonny go through that, you have until then to get those donations in. We have gotten a couple donations in as well. We got $20 from Lord Bob Bree. No comment, but thank you so much for the generous donation. We have a $20 donation from Demarine. It says roses are red, ice storms are blue. 2018 needed a safety save. 2 more for me and 1 for you. Thank you for many FF1 and FF1R runs together. We got a $25 donation from Leggy Starscream. It says, I am doing a chaos check-in, showing support for one another. I need 6 jacks to donate, not chat. This message to show you are always there to kill chaos if someone needs it. Let's go, Sonny. You got this. Love Leggy in the back corner.
Love you both. Thank you so much. While we're on the walk to Provoca, you can fire off some more.
Oh, I got more. We have $25 from Klopfer. It says Hellfire Chasm sounds like a nice place. Would be fun to visit. I agree. It sounds
I think it's got like a 10 out of 10
balmy,
Yelp.
especially with the cold weather we're having. Man, I just need to be warmed up.
It's nice and warm.
We have a $250 donation that just came in from an anonymous donor. Thank you so much in chat. With these generous donations, please make sure you're putting those towards our incentives that have not been met yet.
All right, so we are here in Provoca where we're going to sell off that knight's armor that we created, and we're going to do a very specific item buy here of 51 potions, 31 ethers, 11 antidotes, and 11 phoenix downs. These are going to be used throughout the entirety of the run as, for the most part, they're the only consumables we get. We do have the exception of picking up 11 extra high potions, but that will not happen until we go into Crescent Lake. So, with the Judgment Staff being mentioned earlier and its ability to cast Flare, well, here you go.
The animation's really slow. You usually don't want to use it on single enemies.
Yeah.
Which is why he didn't use it on the first boss, Garland.
Yeah, it takes about 8 seconds a pop versus like 4 seconds, I think, when everybody swings at him. So we honestly, we could use it a lot, but if we can target an elemental weakness and use like a tier 2 spell or a tier 3 spell to kill an enemy and save 2 seconds per fight, it's actually very impactful over the course of the run. It can make or break the difference between world record and like just your standard box run.
Puzzle time!
Speaking of world record, the prize pool for this is a bit weird, but it's kind of already predetermined, I believe, same as the encounter table. But we're going to be aiming to find a couple of emergency exits here. World record's at the point where you need 2 or a very good run, but it isn't impossible. The only frustrating part is it's the second tier prize pack, so we actually have to stall out a bit to solve the puzzle to make sure that we're constantly in the second tier. So we could have done it at 30 seconds, but we're going to do it 35
Oh
here.
my goodness.
Is that...
We got a first try emergency exit.
Yeah.
So there is some argument to be made for cutting bait and be like, okay, I got 1. I'm not going to waste an extra minute here. At this point, you need to roll for 2 because they save a couple of minutes a pop.
The time save is
Massive.
really big.
All right,
Yeah.
we're just going to sit here and wait for
You are
a few seconds.
You are so fast at that, man. Just
Yeah,
watching that up there. I'm like, I
it
watched you in
is.
practice too. It's like,
All right.
Turbo Ether.
So we are going to go ahead and do one more, and we're going to pick up the Mega Elixir on this one. So the Mega Elixir is really just going to be for safety against chaos, as we'll be doing some other stuff prior to the fight in order to make it a bit safer. But the Mega Elixir, as you very well may know from playing who knows how many games in the Final Fantasy series, it's going to be a full restore onto the party. Okay, so we are done with 15 puzzle.
There's a chance you can get a Mega Elixir in Topher, but that's so rare that the one time it happened, Sonny was like, what?
It's a 1 in 128 chance, and I have seen it happen a total of twice. I shouldn't run from this encounter because the Sahagins in and of themselves, with me being level 4 and their agility actually being quite high for this point in the game, the odds of me running aren't very likely. As I
Black
run,
Mage pulling out. Yeah, so I think, if I remember correctly, early game Thief and White Mage actually have the highest run chance.
Thief and Black Mage.
Black Mage? Okay, I got it backwards. It's not a surprise then. The unfortunate thing is that Black Mage has just abysmal HP. That's going to be something we're monitoring throughout the whole run to see. When you level up, you either get like the standard stat or you get a good roll, and it increases the amount. So we're going to be keeping track of how many good rolls we actually get, because we do need the Black Mage to tank a hit or two in some of the grind segments so we can get rid of our fighters and actually grind the mages up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the ice cave.
Yeah, as it's going to be the most important there.
I mean, we've got plenty of time, so we're just going to be kind of hanging out, looking at each other.
Yeah, how's it going, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you know, we're traversing over to the Marsh Cave. Nothing's going to go wrong there.
Never. Nothing ever has ever happened bad in the marsh. Never.
I mean, just to ask any of us that play the NES randomizer of this game, nothing bad ever happens in Marsh until everything bad happens in Marsh.
I do have a little bit of a conversation piece coming in via donations. We got $10 from Fail Lynn. It says $10 for my favorite Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy X, and they did put that towards the donation incentive for completing Hellfire Chasm. So chat, I invite you to tell us via donation what your favorite Final Fantasy is, and put the donations towards completing Hellfire Chasm.
Yeah, Hellfire Chasm is a 10-floor bonus dungeon, and all of the bosses that will be able to be fought in there are FF4-themed bosses, specifically the 4 Fiends of the Elements.
Yeah, each of the dungeons kind of have their own gimmick, and they'll pull bosses from 4, 5, and I believe 6 as well.
3, 4, 5, and 6, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3. I forgot because of that.
Earth Gift Shrine is 3, Hellfire Chasm is 4, Lifespring Grotto is 5, and Whisperwind Cove, which is last but certainly not least, is FF6.
Honestly, I'm going to be greedy here and say I'd love to see it. I should have been able to watch it while we were doing casual stuff, but getting those skills took a long time.
No kidding there.
It was a blast actually hanging out and practicing though with Sonny. Been friends over a couple of years. It's just been fantastic hanging out with each other.
So we want to heal everybody up before this fight, because the Piscademon fight in and of itself can be a bit brutal because they still hit very hard, even with a single Knight's Armor equipped.
Yeah, they're one of the few things that can actually burst through damage.
Unfortunately, we got 2, but
Yeah, we can get anywhere from 2 to 4. We want to get 3 or 4 so that we get enough EXP out of it, but we can pick up a fight between here and Astos and round over the edges.
yeah, and
I'm pretty sure you got 2 in world record, right?
I got 3 in record.
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah. He world records so fast, it's hard to keep him straight, honestly.
Yeah, so fun fact on that timeline. So back when Questing for Glory submissions were happening, Sid reached out to me and went, hey, there are very few Final Fantasy submissions. Do you potentially want to de-rust PSP or maybe even another one of them? And I went, sure.
Yeah,
And then 3 weeks before my run was supposed to be at the event, I was like, okay, I'll actually start practicing and actually get fully de-rusted. And the Saturday before my run was when I got world record.
the funny part is like half of them were unrecorded too. He led like 3 unrecorded world records, and I got progressively more angry with each one. I was like, you are recording, right?
Like the
No.
like the unrecorded 122.03.
History will never be the same.
So Hebbings, well, we're on the way to the Northwest Castle. You got anything for us?
I've always got something for you, Sonny. You mentioned Questing for Glory, and I did want to go ahead and plug that. If you've been enjoying all of this week's RPG speedrunning goodness, but do you wish you could have more of it in your life? Well, I've got great news for you. Join us all year round with our side quests. Every week, there is a new stream from RPG Limit Break to showcase amazing runs, talk about new RPGs and speedruns, and in general, have a good time. If you'd like to see our full calendar of events and announcements about the latest RPG Limit Break happenings, join our Discord server using the !Discord command in chat, and don't forget to follow our Twitch channel if you haven't done so already.
Hey, I feel like I can talk about that topic.
Maybe a little bit.
The long and the short of it is I run it. So if you actually have a run that you've been submitting, but you really can't afford to come to the event or haven't been able to get through the submission process for whatever reason, just reach out to me and let me know. I love to showcase stuff that the community suggests. Look out for things that I find a little bit more niche. And then the rest of the time is just community events, the Breath of Fire Relay. We're working on setting up a Saga Relay with Vic and that crew, and a few other cool things like that. So we do our best to keep the content flowing year-round. I'm taking a break after this, though. You're going to have to deal with some pre-recorded content that hopefully you won't see, because if you do see it, something bad happened. You get to watch that on Sunday, though. We got a couple of different runs for you to watch.
So the reason I didn't look too terribly happy there with the Astos fight was I was expecting a double melee single flare kill in order to not lose an extra 8 seconds, but instead I had to take the double flare. Still a pretty good fight, as we didn't have any of the warriors go down, but we still need to take one extra fight somewhere in order to be able to pick up the level 3 spells, as there are 2 level 3 spells in particular that we're going to pick up that are of utmost importance.
Yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in some versions you can buy the spell if you can't actually cast it, but in a lot of the versions you actually have to have that level to be able to purchase it to the same level that you can cast it. So you can't like pick it up early and then be like, well, I'll just level up later. This one we have to level up beforehand to actually get the spell from the store. We'll have to make a couple of return trips when we have a reasonable way to grind.
The game does, however, switch to an MP system.
Yeah,
So
that is the
first-
big difference, actually.
Yeah, the first NES game, you have a certain number of spell charges you can cast. It's like a traditional D&D thing,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of the early game was
Yeah.
was kind of modeled around D&D whenever Nasir actually got it programmed correctly.
Yeah, because
And you can only restore those spells at the end, but this version of the game has MP and ethers and elixirs and
Yeah, the MP system is very nice, but like the fact that you can get ethers so early, even though they are a bit expensive, it warps the game into a completely different way of playing it. I think the GBA version has the same, where you can actually cast spells rather than being like, I only got 9 charges of this, I'm just going to punch everything to death. And you end up in that weird trap until you get very used to the NES and previous versions where it is still to spell charges, which I think is only the NES version, actually.
what did Pixel Remaster do?
I think they
Pixel
stuck with
Remaster
MP.
went back to spell charges.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
But there were ethers available, so you could actually buy them and restore your spell charges.
It was the
Okay.
ethers that threw me off, yeah. So, like, the two together, just my brain didn't jive with it. It's like, nope, that don't make no sense.
Quick update on the incentive while we're making fish sticks on the 7 Seas here.
Yep.
We are at less than $500 away from complete Hellfire Chasm. Thanks to everybody so much for your generous donations coming in to help meet that. Again, you have until the end of Temple of the Fiends or Topher for the Tiamat 2 fight. That's the refight in Temple of the Fiends. On last hit, we're going to call that incentive. To sweeten the deal, we do have some prizes that are Final Fantasy themed if you're interested. We have all 5 crystals from Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set in an acrylic display. Minimum $15 donation by the end of Earthbound gets you entered to win that. We also have a Final Fantasy VI Magic the Gathering Commander Precon Again, minimum $15 donation gets you entered to win that again until the end of Earthbound. And then for a sum total of $150 donations by the end of Zeliard, you could be entered to win a Final Fantasy IV Warriors illuminated manuscript. So if you're interested in winning those prizes, get those donations in and make sure to put your incentive towards completing Hellfire Chasm or the incentive of your choice.
Nice. Yeah, it's the bonus dungeons are really unique, and since they cut them from the Pixel Remaster, like you can only really play them on the PSP version or the GBA version. The PSP version is the most feature complete because it also has the Labyrinth of Time.
Correct, the Labyrinth of Time.
And the equipment glitch, which
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the equipment glitch.
that's
is a feature, right?
You can't talk about enough.
I don't know if we call that a feature.
It's a feature and a bug at the same time.
For speedrunning, it's a feature.
Oh, it absolutely is a feature for speedrunning, unless you're running the glitchless category of this.
Go ahead.
In which case, yeah, you're looking at about an hour, maybe 2 hours longer.
Yeah.
But even then, it's not too bad.
Honestly, like the equipment glitch kind of defines the PSP version. I can understand doing glitchless because a lot of people do like that. But it really kind of emphasizes, when I play this version, that's exactly what I think of. Because when I played through it casually, I found out about it. And it made every new item so much more interesting to find because you're like, what can I make with this? Oh, nothing. Well, try again.
But then some you run into, and it's like, oh, I have... Well, you know what? We'll see soon.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, the only vanilla equipment will be the Knight's Armor. Everything else is from the extra dungeons that you get access to as you clear
Excluding
feats.
the ribbon, of course.
Yeah.
Because there were 3 ribbons available in the vanilla game. But there's a way we can turn that into infinite also.
Yeah.
I apparently walked 1 tile too far down.
Yeah, there is a way to, like we said, since it doesn't use it, we can dupe items at this point too, but there's really nothing interesting. It's just quicker to do the equipment glitch by turning the weapon into armor or armor into the weapon, whichever we're doing at the time.
So we're about to be on a bit of a fetch quest because we get the Mystic Key, and really there's no great indicator as to where you need to go unless you go talk to a very specific dwarf in the dwarf cave. But before we go make the trip to get the next item, which will be the nitro powder, we're gonna raid the Elfland Castle Armory to pick up a mithril hammer and the bronze gloves. And get ready, because we got equipment glitches coming.
So when Sawny picks up some armor, very good chance that he's going to make a good weapon, and the other way around as well.
Yeah, so the hammer gets us thief armlets, which are, once again, bonus dungeon equipment. Basically the same defense as Knight's Armor, without the massive speed penalty. As a matter of fact, I think it gives a speed boost as well.
It gives you a speed boost, and its weight is only 1. I think.
Yeah, armlets have really low weight, but they're
Armlet's
supposed to
weight
have,
is exactly 1.
Whereas the Knight's Armor is over 30. So,
Yeah.
So on top of giving an agility boost in all 3 armor slots, you also get a big evasion.
almost
compared-
no weight penalty.
Yeah.
It massively will increase our chances to run and shore up our defenses for the next few things to come.
That reminds me, I said all 3 armor slots. You might have noticed that Sony is not putting things in the shield slot yet. This is because when you block a hit with a shield in battle, it'll play a little animation showing the shield.
Yeah.
For most of the things that you can equip in the shield slot using the glitch, no animation is defined, and it will crash the game. So the shield is off limits except for a few, like 1 item we'll find later.
We did also sneak in some sage staffs there, which will increase our intelligence, so spells will hit a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's just a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, it's a very small upgrade. Downgrade in power from the Judgment Staff, but upgrade in stats, if you will.
Yeah, and this game, it doesn't have the restriction of having to like have the weapon on you to use. It actually goes into the inventory. So we could still flare all we want. We just have to go find the Judgment Staff in our inventory.
So welcome to Mount Dirger, otherwise known as the Dwarf Cave. otherwise known as the home of Narek and Smithy McBeardsmith. We're going to give Narek the nitro powder, and he's going to just blow up this rock that's separating the inner sea and the outer sea. And that's going to give us access to the outer sea. And then we're going to do a bit more game breaking.
Yeah, once we get access to the greater part of the world, we can't get to everything just yet with the ship, but we can get to a lot of things with the ship.
Yeah, the way that the quest flags were programmed, they actually will not activate unless you do some of the things in proper sequence, which actually was very, very well done, especially for the time that Final Fantasy was originally made by Nasir Gabelli, or programmed by Nasir Gabelli. So it all works really, really well, except for some of the spells.
Yeah, that the side shot was more of like a meme from our Discord calls. Where we would just be like, blame Nasir. No particular reason, it's just Nasir's fault.
Shout outs to blame Nasir Gabelli.
Did that dwarf just dab at you?
Yes, he did. So while we're headed to Melman, Hibbinks, I'm going to toss it on over to you for a little bit.
They've been coming in. We got a $2 donation from Keishira. Says, good luck, Sonny. I look forward to the safety saves. We got a $10 donation from Elza. FF1 is always a relaxing watch, which I can agree with, wholeheartedly sitting here in the host chair. We got a $25 donation from Karan. Says, hi, Sonny. Good luck with on FF, not R. And thank you for being such a great friend on randos of all kinds. I'll get my hats in on the act if I can wrangle them up.
Thanks, Karan, and thanks, Kay. Appreciate you both. And Karan, I can't wait for the next stack of hats to come in.
Nice thief armlets. They're functioning as intended.
Oh yeah, they always do. See?
There we go.
So that whirlpool there, if you are only familiar with the NES version, you might be wondering, what the heck? That's the entrance to one of the bonus dungeons.
Whisperwind Cove, I think it is? The Lifespring Grotto. Okay.
The water one.
Whisperwind's over by Ice Cavern.
It's been so long since I've even touched this game personally. Just kind of like, vague recollection. Maybe I'm right.
So welcome to the destroyed town of Melmond. We're gonna get some really, really good equipment here.
That's an understatement.
That's the only equipment glitch that we do. We make 2 barbarian swords, which is the strongest sword in the game by attack power, and then we equip the sage's staff onto the black mage. So I want to reiterate, the barbarian sword is the strongest sword in the game by attack power.
By a lot.
And it's by a very, very large margin, because the next strongest weapon, with the way that it functions, is the Ultima weapon. And the only way you can get the Ultima weapon is by beating all 40 floors of Whisperwind Cove. We don't have time to do that. The way that you get the Barbarian Sword normally is by defeating the most powerful form of Chronodia, who resides at the end of the Labyrinth of Time, who you also have to get a specific pattern, if you will, in the Labyrinth of Time to access. And we also need to get to about level 65, level 70, somewhere in there, and promote. We don't have time for that. So instead, we just take a pair of steel gloves and make 2 barbarian swords out of thin air.
Yeah, when we actually swing, you'll see that that's not an understatement at all. Getting to Chronodia itself is not terribly difficult. Getting to Form 6 of Chronodia is incredibly difficult, if not downright infuriating.
Ooh,
that is
ambush.
Terrifying.
This is a very terrifying ambush because of stun touch.
Uh-oh. All right, yep. Keep it up top and bottom.
So long as the black mage does not get hit, which it did not, we're fine. We're not going to take any chances on this encounter. We are instead just going to cast Fyra and get out.
Yeah, and we are YOLO running from some fights, but there are strictly some fights that are straight up unrunnable. So if you see us go immediately for a spell, that's an unrunnable pack that we run into.
This specifically is an unrunnable pack. If you recall back in March, we saw this pack with only 2. This is anywhere from, 2 to 4.
Yeah, I just willed it into existence, I guess. That's neat power. Too bad I couldn't will a good run into existence.
All right, we're going to try to run from the birds this time. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. Okay, we did not. That's fine. So we're not going to take another chance, as these guys have Stone Touch. Even though we bought the 11 gold needles in Elfheim, they can still just completely obliterate the party. As if all 4 Light Warriors turn to stone, that's it. That's rip run.
Yeah. So this is one of the dungeons. You have to make a return trip. This is why we were fishing for emergency exits. Dungeons like this where we reach a point and then we have to backtrack, or there's no exit at the end of it and we have to backtrack.
That's rare for Vampire to actually get a turn.
Huh. That confused me quite thoroughly, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen him attack.
Yeah, neither have I until now.
Marathons!
I mean,
My experience is very
I probably
limited.
have quite a few years ago, but like ever since I came back, he hasn't done that.
It's just rare enough to be like, I think I've never seen that before, but I can't be sure.
It.
I might be lying, but just for you, chat, I've never seen it before.
Would you like an incentive update in some donos while we do the run back?
Please do.
We are less than $350 away from completing Hellfire Chasm. We are at $1,175 out of that $1,500 needed, and the donations are coming in from the community. We got a $100 donation from BD Jeffy P. This is the Chaos Casino check-in. Wait a minute. This isn't the Pixel Remaster version. Doing my part to dive into the Hellfire. Let's see some Final Fantasy IV bosses. We got a $15 donation from Jonid the First. RPGs, charities, cuties. Almost as good as actually solving the mental health crisis entirely. Keep it up so we can one day say that this is the best thing each year. I couldn't agree more. We got a $50 donation from Timothy Wilson. RPG Limit Break is my favorite event of the year. Thank you for another week of unending entertainment. Trans rights!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got a $15 donation from Forsyth. This takes me back. Congratulations, Sawny, on getting to showcase the newest route for this wonderfully fun and glitched speedrun. Wish I could have been there with you on that comfy-looking couch.
Love you, Forsyth, and I wish you could have been here too.
And then,
we put a lot of work into this.
and to round it all out, we got a $25 donation from Nemo. 2342 says it's a little chilly, so here's something to help us get to Hellfire Chasm, and I'm hoping that's to warm us up.
I mean, at this rate, it sounds like we're going to make it before too terribly long.
I hope so.
Yeah, but like we said, Barbarian Sword's very good. As you noticed, it vaporized Vampire. It was a garlic-covered cross.
Literally. All right, so we have escaped from the Cavern of Earth, and normally that would be a spot to use an emergency exit. But if you kept up with the puzzles, I only have the one emergency exit. So we are actually holding on to that emergency exit for the waterfall, as it does have the highest encounter rate in the game. Where we're headed now, though, is we have to pick up the Earth Rod from the sage Sarda, and in order to get there, we had to pick up the Star Ruby from behind the Vampire's Chambers, or from the back of the Vampire's Chambers, shall I say, to bring back over here to the Giant to feed to him.
Of course, we need a stick to get through a plate. Not quite sure how that maths out, but okay.
Hey, it's some rock-solid math.
You're lucky you're my friend.
That joke sunk like a brick.
Make it stop!
Never.
All right, so with Titan gone, we're able to actually make it through the cave and head over here towards Sarda's abode, domain, whatever you want to call it. crib. I like it.
Alrighty. Well, something that is going to help warm my heart here is talking about one of our sponsors here. Dragon Roast Coffee is a dedicated coffee for gamers and adventurers alike. Their small, passionate team puts their hearts into roasting coffee to order with the mythical heat of dragon fire. Infuse the touch of enchantment in every sip. Visit www.dragonroast.coffee/RPG Limit Break today and pick up our exclusive coffee, Mimi's Loot. An RPG Limit Break tumbler is also available in this exclusive collection. For each item purchased in this collection, Dragon Roast Coffee will donate a portion of the proceeds to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. What are you waiting for? Adventure awaits. Who cares if it's 6 p.m.? Get some coffee.
Yeah. And their coffee's really, really good. Okay, so we did pick up the Earth Rod, and now we are venturing back over to the Earth Cave. This is the only dungeon that we will actually have to jump into twice in the entire game.
So rude.
Yeah. It's
because
you got a double dip.
When we actually go back to Temple of Fiends towards the end of the game, you might be thinking, well, isn't that a double dip as well? Technically, yes, but technically, no.
If you call walking in literally one room a double dip, I fear for you.
Have you not seen some of the randomizers?
Yeah, I mean, that's literally all you force down my throat nowadays.
Hey,
It's
you're
just
the one
one
that,
bad seed after another.
You're the one that introduced me to one of them.
Oh, good grief, yeah. I can blame somebody else on that. I'll move the blame down the chain. Somebody else got me on that one.
And then, of course, our host, Hebbinks, really got me into Mystic Quest Rando as well.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. It was the greatest mistake ever.
Yeah, that's on the to-do list. I'm sure he's going to finish the seed in 2 hours while I'm struggling to finish it in 4.
2. Try under an hour and a half.
Well,
I got to spread the good word somehow.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I'd actually have to do a seed to know what the time is looking like, but I'll take your word for it.
45 minutes?
Thereabouts, yeah.
We are less than $250 away from Hellfire Chasm, chat. By the way, keep it up. We're at $1,251 out of that $1,500 needed. I know you can do it. Let's do it before, what do you say, Kraken?
Yeah,
Kraken.
Kraken would be a good point. Honestly, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. I want to see you meet the Hellfire Chasm incentive before I finish the grind in Ice Cave.
That's
You could do it.
It's an ask. Not a tall one, but an ask.
Well, some of these donations might help get us to that. We got a $1 donation from an anonymous donor that says, this demake of Stranger of Paradise looks neat, winky face. I'm here to keep
Cool, is
chaos.
that you?
Cool. Where'd you come from?
We got $15 from Charon's hats. I was like, well,
Yes.
we got wrangled together. Time to stack up some donations. Just don't knock us down.
Oh, absolutely
Ideally
not.
not. Yeah.
We got $25 from Chabaskla. Always great to see an FF1 run. Good luck, and let's open up that Hellfire Chasm. I could not agree more.
Okay.
They're still coming in, but I'll go ahead and let you talk about this Earth Cave.
Well, the most important thing, I think, to talk about is, Sawny, remember to safety save.
Yes.
I'm more interested in why we don't have the delete bat function on. We are running the wrong randomizer settings.
So the safety save is absolutely necessary here. You may notice I'm level 10 across the board. I more or less have no power to my name
Lich
whatsoever.
is the most dangerous fiend, period.
Including the refight.
Both times.
So we're going to see if Lich bears its fangs. And it does, so
well,
we have to reset.
Yep, that's what the
we
safety
did
save is for.
Not want to see.
If our HP
know-
is high enough, we can cure and kind of tank it, but I don't know if our HP is high enough across the board.
Sawny has all that armor on, but magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no elemental resistances, and Blizzara, when it hits, is going to do anywhere from 140 to 180-ish damage.
Why don't we just use that Mega Elixir?
No.
Well, I tried, Chad. I guess we're just going to be here for a bit.
No, we're done.
Or not. Never mind.
All right, there's Lich down. We're good. The run can continue.
Yeah, it's Barbarian Sword, just doing a little bit of work. Not too much.
So, to give you guys an idea, in the 3-week span that I spent just grinding my time down, there were about 55 total runs that just died to Lich because of Blizzara.
I've seen more resets at Lich than the puzzle almost.
There were 32 runs that died to Lich too because I didn't have enough HP to survive Flare at max HP.
Yeah, he's a scary fella.
You get a cutscene every time you beat a Fiend here. It's just opening up one of the bonus dungeons.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is like your indication to go look around the world for something you haven't seen before. This is basically how they introduce you to the bonus dungeons, and then if you do wander in there while the door is still shut, the NPC kind of gives you like a, hey, look, that statue kind of looks like a monster, doesn't it? Maybe if you kill it, it'll open up.
That's how statues work.
Yeah. I mean, well, the last statue we just gave a ruby to and he left.
But he wasn't a statue, he was actually a golem.
Tomato, tomato. Does it make me golemist? I think I might have to walk that one back.
I was about to say. So we're about to sail on over to Crescent Lake. We're going to pick up the canoe, and we're also going to do a few more equipment glitches. So while we're on the sea and walking over to Crescent Lake, hopefully you guys have gotten closer, if not met, the incentive for Hellfire Chasm.
Well, Sonny, we're not quite there yet, but that's not without the efforts of chat here. We've got $10 from Keanu, says it's only day one and already an opportunity for more marathon. Let's see Hellfire Chasm get blitzed. We got a $50 donation from Indie Beard. First donation this year. Would love to be there, but health issues happen. Y'all play them RPGs fast and help out Nami. And Beard, I hope you get better soon. And we got a $75 donation from Sid's mom. Says world record. Carry on. Looking forward to
Let's
Hellfire.
go. She speaketh, thus it must be.
Well,
Can
we'll
we
see
change
it.
y'all play them RPGs fast to like the motto of...
Oh my gosh.
I'll play them RPGs fast now. You hear?
I love that.
We'll just add a little cowboy hat to the logo, too. RPG Limit Break. Y'all play games fast. With a little Texas hat just hanging off the side of that.
I can't even
the
right
K.
now. All right. So, first shopping menu is first. We're going to buy the 11 high potions, and then we are actually going to go into the armor shop here. We're going to pick up a mithril glove, and then we're going to go to the weapon shop. And there are now 2 items that we pick up from the weapon shop, the mithril sword and the mithril axe. And now here comes some more equipment glitching.
Yeah, for those of you, you may notice that the mithril sword has been relocated, since you used to be able to get it in L5, but it has been a long time and many re-releases since that has been true. On the original NES, it's still there, but nowhere else.
So the black garb is an upgrade from the thief armlet. It's
Just a small one.
yeah, it's higher armor value, higher agility boost, and only 1 extra weight to add. So it's
Yeah, well, the armlet can be equipped by pretty much anyone. The black garb is ninja only, I believe. So you have to promote to equip it, and you definitely can't put it on all 3 slots.
it's the ninja's best armor, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
Technically speaking, granted, it does get outclassed by the survival vest. But the fun part about that is now everybody except for the fighter has at least plus 30 agility. The white mage got a lust dagger, and what the lust dagger does is it does a lot of damage and gives plus 15 agility. So the white mage effectively has plus 45 agility. We're not even done upgrading yet either.
Is it just me, or is this black mage a little bit on the scrawny side?
It'll be fine.
Okay. Just making sure.
By the way, that lust dagger, he said it hits hard. It has a higher attack power than Excalibur.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't joking when I said we're out of vanilla pool immediately. Like,
It's so strong. It's silly.
yeah, we started outclassing vanilla gear like
Immediately.
Yeah, right away.
So want to give a quick update as we're reaching our challenge point for Sawney. We're coming up here on Ice Cave, I believe. We are at $1,261 out of $1,500 needed to complete Hellfire Chasm, Chad. I know you can get there. I know you can get those donations in. And again, want to remind everybody, well, firstly, I wanted to shout out to the people involved with our foreign language restream. Our French restream can be found at twitch.tv/LaFrenchRestream and our Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those restreams can help you better enjoy the marathon, please go check them out and send them some love, although I don't think they can translate Sid very well.
I can't translate you.
We ran out of MP, and I didn't even realize it.
I mean, we still had flare staff stocks. It's fine.
It's fine. We have ethers.
Yeah, well, luckily the flare staff is like the ultimate oopsie button. Well, I can't really kill it efficiently, so I'll just sit here for 8 seconds. Eh.
So, to give you guys an idea as to how long it's going to be... Why did it defend? How long it's going to be before I actually get done with the grind here in ice.
I mean, surely this is just a setup.
It's going to be about 5, maybe 6 minutes. So if you happen to meet that donation incentive in 5 to 6 minutes, then, I mean,
Yeah.
let's go.
Sonny, I got good news for you. That donation
It's
incentive
met.
has been met.
Oh,
Let's go!
The community never fails. You guys always impress me. And
Bless you all.
yeah.
Yep. So real quick, I do want to plug that we do have a unmet incentive down the line, and we have a ton of naming bid wars that you can put your incentives towards. I believe Sawney is personally vouching for. Are you free the chicken or hold the chicken?
Hold the chicken.
Hold the chicken. And we have an unmet incentive for Battle on the Big Boardwalk DLC for Get in the Car Loser. That's at $365 out of $500. So if you want to meet another incentive by the end of this run, put your donations towards some of those great causes there.
I am stymied that the fighter has managed to make it this far on this HP level.
I'm not.
I mean, we're hoping that the opposite happens, honestly. Oh, there we go. That might help.
I mean, we are actually going to probably end up saving here in a moment.
Yeah, the grind here is, spoilers, exclusively for the mages. So if they kill our characters, sure, whatever.
We're going to kill them off anyway.
That's
so
why
that they just get more experience.
That's why I never healed up the fighter.
And the idea is, we mentioned earlier that the mages have to be a certain level before they can learn
Spells.
certain spells. Sonny wants to be at level 19 to learn some specific spells. So he's going to level to like 17 or 18 and then pick up the extra level just like through the story fights.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot for 18. And I was hoping the birds would actually petrify the thief, but he's being a bit resilient right now.
Yeah, so this is where like the Black Mage HP is going to come in. Ideally, the thief dies to something before this point, and we don't have to take the thief into the eye fight.
This might actually push the Black Mage's HP over the threshold that I need. Not entirely, but
If you squint real hard, maybe.
we'll see what happens here. We're going to save one more time.
I mean,
because
surely he'll just target the thief and one-shot him, and it won't be a problem.
I hope so. So on the off steps of this tile, we can actually get encounters, and we actually have the proper action being taken on the thief. So now we're just going to sit here and grind for a bit. Hemmings, take it away.
Alrighty. I do want to go ahead and read off that $660 donation from Zaphian that pushed us up to meet that incentive for you. It's like, that's weird. Could have sworn there were some unmet incentives here just a minute ago. So thank you so much, Zaphian, for that generous donation to push us over the line for that one. And I do want to go ahead and again, read off some of these tantalizing prizes I haven't gotten to read off since, your donations get you entered to win these. $225 during the sum of the entire marathon. That could be multiple donations. Will get you entered to win a custom Nintendo Switch 2 Pocopia bundle. So if you really want that limited edition Switch 2, $225 over the entire course of the marathon will get you entered to win that. By the end of Earthbound, we have some prizes that'll be rotated out. Dragon Quest Slime Crochet Plushie, minimum $10 donation to be entered to win that. An Earthbound Teddy Bear Plush, minimum $10 donation to be entered to win that. A knitted hint hat, minimum $10 donation to be entered to win that again until the end of Earthbound. If you would like a PS3 copy of Mass Effect 3, you have to, a minimum $5 donation gets you entered to win that again until the end of Earthbound. Mass Effect 3, Xbox 360 edition, same cost, again until the end of Earthbound. Mass Effect Wood Burning, this thing looks great, by the way. There's no picture of it, I don't think, but it looks amazing. It's a minimum $10 donation to be entered to win that. And then everybody's favorite prize, a White Mage and Black Mage Perler set, minimum $5 donation gets you entered to win that by the end of Earthbound. So get those donations in, win those prizes. Again, you have until the end of Earthbound.
So we have gotten the grind done. We are level 18 on both of the mages, which is exactly where we wanted to stop at. We have a lot of cash in our pocket, and now we're ready to continue on with the story. We've picked up the Levistone, which if you're used to the NES names, this would be the floater.
Are we
As a
old
kid,
enough
I
to
was-
not make jokes about this? Okay, we are. Good. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Did you not catch the giggling?
Go ahead, Swimmy.
I was just gonna
Why
say,
am I here? Please let me out. I'm caged with these two monsters. I need freedom.
You're the one that set yourself up for that.
Yeah, you signed up for this.
Big mistake.
What is the name of that item in Japanese? Do you know?
Ooh, I actually don't off the top of my head.
I don't either.
I think that's something that Gyre would know for sure.
If you know the Japanese name of the floater item, please submit a donation telling us what it is.
Please do.
Of course, we'll also appreciate it in chat as well, because we will probably be watching this back at some point and be like, "Oh, I can't believe we didn't get it." Because it's going to be somebody like, "Yeah, it's just floater." Shrug.
Potentially. But the objective now is to take this over to the Ryukon Desert in order to unearth the airship. And after unearthing the airship, we are on to the train of fetch quests.
Yeah, you would think that these fest quests include getting a rat tail and promoting. We are not doing that because it's slow, but it's dangerous, and we like dangerous. Wait,
Yeah.
no, because it's faster. That's why.
So, in an earlier donation from Forsyth, he mentioned the new route. This is exactly it. We call this the Rat Jam route because we do not promote anymore. The current record of 1:19:48, which was 2 seconds faster than Forsyth's former record, did exactly this and had an absolutely terrible chaos fight.
Yeah, chaos. The downside of not promoting is we don't get Heliga. We only get Healera.
I mean, granted, we usually don't get Heliga anyway, but
Yeah, at least like for a marathon, you get Heliga.
yeah.
But the higher levels and stat bonuses can kind of add up to making the fight a lot less abysmal. But that's honestly what the Mega Elixir should do. So it's a good call to grab the first place prize just to have it in our back pocket.
Yeah, that's really just a safety strat at this point. So, nice little cutscene, but what's a cutscene?
Yeah.
A miserable little pile of donations.
Exactly.
Speaking of, we got $15 from Veriphage with no comment. Thank you so much for that generous donation. We got a $4.44 donation from Blind Umpire. It says, my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy IV. Thanks for letting us know. And chat, if you also want to let us know what your favorite Final Fantasy is, please feel free to tell us via donation. I'll be looking forward to reading those. We have a $10 donation from Azure Kale. Hi, Sid, and all the RPG Limit Break crew. I wish you all good health and hydration this week. Thank you for what you're doing here today. Love.
All right, so we have stopped here at the caravan to pick up the Fairies bottle as well as 11 Giants tonics. We're only going to use 2 of those Giants tonics, but we pick up 11 because faster menuing.
Yeah, we've been buying X plus 1 because it defaults to 1, so we're just incrementing the 10 place. The extra one is never going to come up. It's just that we need a stack of it so that we can just use it real quick and move on. Most runs, you barely use half of the stack for some of the items, if even them at all.
So coming into Gaia, we release the fairy from her bottle, and we have to run around the entire town just to make it back here to the lake, so that way the fairy can actually dive into here and get us the Oxy Ale, so that way we have access to the Sea Shrine. And that's our next destination, because we now do some of the dungeons out of order. Because if you've played casually, normally you probably did the dungeons in the order of Earth, Fire, Water, Wind. But in this case, we're going to do Earth, Water, Fire, Wind. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm too far north.
Yeah, the other thing is like learning the map so that you kind of can quickly adapt to where you are and aim for those landing spots that are as close to where you want to go as possible.
So into Onrak we go, and we are actually going to go talk to the mermaid here in front of the barrel. And this barrel, fun fact, is the only option selected the game that starts on no.
Oh, I love the change up, and you're like, dude, could you not?
And I had to make sure I didn't hit no while I was saying that. So that's why I stopped.
Must be nice to only have one, because like Breath of Fire has like 3 of those that'll just end your run if you select yes or no on the wrong one. You're just like, oh, that's, well, yeah, I wasn't sitting here for 7 hours for no reason. Oh.
So there are 3 unrunnable encounters that I can get here in the Sea Shrine. And at this point, seeing them for the EXP really wouldn't be that bad for the fighter or the thief. But, you know, they eat up time. And here's one of them. So, the Sahagins, if it's just Sahagins, they're unrunnable. Are we going to see the second one? No. The second one is the Ghost Pack, and then the third one is just Water Elementals. If we see any of those, then yeah, we can't run.
Yeah, and if you do actually want to learn this run, there is notes for this, and they also have nice little pictures of the unrunnables. So you cannot get confused. You know what you can run from and what you cannot. This is actually pretty easy to pick up. The whole reason I asked him to derust it is I was interested in learning this because I found my PSTV and I'm like, I've got to use this for something. That there has to be a reason I own this thing.
While we're avoiding snakes, spooks, and angry fishermen, would you like a very important update from donations?
Well, hang on a second. We got a slab.
Oh no, we have to protect the slab.
Exactly. All right, go for it.
Alrighty. We got a $5 donation from Leggy Starscream. It says, fun fact, in Japanese, the floater is fuyuseki, which is literally floating stone. The more you know.
That actually makes sense.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Leggy.
Yes, thank you so much, Leggy.
Also wanted to give some very important information about one of our donation incentives coming up. Right now, Hold the Chickens is in the lead with $77. Free the Chickens is at $25. If you would like to get those donations in to free the chickens, get those donations in now. Earthbound is our next run. You can also name the coolest thing, name your favorite food, name Jeff, name Ness, name Paula, name Pooh, name the dog, name the player, which does not have any names yet. So if you would like to name something, put your donations toward those naming things.
And I will go ahead and say, if you've never seen any of Andy Perfect's Earthbound runs, oh, you are in for a treat.
Yeah, like both of us were looking at the schedule and like, wait, we're on day 1? We're like the first couple of runs, and then he saw Andy's run and he's like, I don't care anymore.
Pretty much.
I'm not leaving that room until that run's done. I'm like, okay, man, maybe I can sneak you some food. Ooh.
All right, so we are almost to Kraken. So this encounter can be runnable. It also cannot be because RNG just says no sometimes. So I'm just going to take it for the extra experience at this point.
The Lust Dagger also adds some speed as well, which is something we kind of forgot to mention, but it also helps that run rate a little bit more because we're going to be re-equipping it instead of putting it on the White Mage and throwing it on the Black Mage shortly.
No, we're not.
Well, then your notes are lying to me.
I
I just told people they can learn it from this.
So I actually skipped that part.
Oh, so I'm blaming poor Scythe then.
No, you are blaming, I think it's Asabe that wrote the notes for that because...
Just under the bus, huh? you didn't even
Hey,
pivot to blame me. You just... All right, I see how it is.
You tried to throw Forsyth under the bus. I can blame you for that.
I'm just asking who I should be blaming.
If you look at the top of the notes, it says who wrote them.
Is this true?
So
Well, I guess I'll blame myself then.
Sonny picked up Ribbon and Light Axe. The Ribbon here is like the one exception, I think, to the rule that if Sonny picks up armor, he wants a weapon. If he picks up a weapon, he wants armor. The Ribbons, he just wants to duplicate.
Yeah, we're like... Just as like a joke, we're just cutting up the ribbon, giving one to everybody. You don't need the whole thing. It still has the same effect in pieces. But yeah, we convert it into a Giant's Axe, which allows us to convert it back into shields. And like we said earlier, a lot of the shield things in the shield slot will crash the game if you're hit and you do block it. Ribbon's one of the few exceptions, so we just get to put the ribbon in our shield slot. And okay, sure. Just all the elemental resistance we possibly could need.
Yeah, on top of the status resistance, in this game, the Ribbon also gives you elemental resistance. It's great. Everyone should have one.
And then we're going to pop on those survival vests that we were talking about were better earlier.
And if we're lucky, we'll get to see the shield block animation that it plays with Ribbon.
That is my favorite part of the run, when
So-
we actually get to see a ribbon block.
With that equipment glitch, we actually got both of the items that we will use in this run that actually have a blocking animation. That would be the survival vest and the ribbon. The ribbon's blocking animation is fantastic. The survival vest, yeah, might be a little...
It doesn't crash the game.
That's the
That's
important
pretty,
thing.
yeah. Not everything can be a winner. It's not like it's useful.
All right.
But yeah, one of the big like gateways to this run is getting fast and efficient with the equipment glitch, because that can take a lot of time. Even casually, when you take it slow, it can be very difficult.
It's frame perfect input, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it casually
yeah.
pretty easily, but it's hard to do it consistently and as fast as Sonny is doing it.
And this is even taking my time.
Goodbye.
Yeah, this is what the Barbarian Sword does. It just like might as well just yeah, we're like 25 levels higher than we are right now. It's probably the equivalent.
So, while Lifespring Grotto is being opened up, Hebbings, have we gotten anything else in?
Oh, yeah. We've got a $1.40 donation from Tempest Mask 1000. I might not know anything about the floater's Japanese name, but I would like to give a bit of love to the PSP Final Fantasy IV version, particularly the After Years, with its super boss Lost Babel, which is kind of like what you get with Kefka in Final Fantasy VI. And also, the creator kind of looked like a marshmallow bunny or dog with one of its forms. Anyway, yapping over.
I mean, the Proto-Babel super boss in the remakes of FF4. Oh, gosh. I can tell you how long it took me to actually beat it the first time, but it was a very long time, regardless. It was over 450 hours.
Yeah, I think I beat some of those super bosses too. I couldn't tell you how long they took. Some of them I was just like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. I got curb stomped a few times, and I was just like, you know, I could do other things.
I could not tell you how many times I got curb stomped. It was in the thousands.
The Pixel Remaster of like 4 absolutely checked me, because I got to Zeramus after they buffed him, didn't know, and I'm like, why am I getting murdered I know what I'm doing. Just 2 turns, bap, bap, dead, dead. You know what? Fine. Delete. Remove the app. Just hard rage quit. This is bullshit. I don't like it.
So welcome to Waterfall Cave, the area with the worst encounter rate in the game. There's going to be a second, don't worry. And yeah, we are in here literally for one item, and that is the warp cube.
Hey, Sonny, don't forget the warp cube.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a fun little fact about that, and that is forgetting the warp cube is more or less your initiation to speedrunning Final Fantasy 1. You will get into Mirage Tower, get to the 3rd floor, and try to use the panel that'll take you up to the floating fortress, and it just doesn't work. And you're like, what's going on?
Hey.
There was ribbon shield block.
Yeah,
There's
another one.
2 for 2.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it plays a
swatting
sword
it away,
swing
yeah.
animation. I have no idea
I
why.
didn't know they programmed parries into the game, but apparently they did.
We parry those.
Exactly.
So yeah, the emergency exit's going to get burned here because this area is just awful, just abysmal. Obviously, the time save measure is kind of hard here since the encounters are random, but it's like generally thought to be about 2 to 3 minutes. If you're on a good pack, your encounter table theoretically could save less time, but it's really hard to tell.
But yeah, that's the one emergency exit we got, and that's the one that we use and the location that we use it. If we had a second, we would have used it in Earth Cave. But it was not meant to be this run.
Honestly, getting 1 is not very common. So the fact that we got 1 is a super big boon. I've seen so many die at the 15 puzzle game because we didn't even get a single exit. Oh, nope. Reset.
So I wonder where we're heading next.
More fetch quests?
No. Not yet.
It's
anyway.
always fetch quests.
Technically speaking, you're right, but this place is a little hot right now.
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
We're
Yes.
hot-footing it through the volcano.
Professor, lava, hot.
Give it up for Hemmings, everyone.
So this game is just like other versions of it where there are no encounters on the lava tiles, so the fastest way through this ridiculous dungeon is
just hot-footed.
lava hot.
Yeah.
My feet, they're on fire.
Luckily, the like tile damage and like poison proc in this game have been like reduced to not eye searing.
They do not sound like the letter E or static.
Yeah, just like I feel it in my brain when you like walk on lava tiles on the NES version. So yeah, we are going to be just walking through here. We straight up do not care about taking the damage here. And because we did the other stuff first, our levels are a little bit higher. Just a little. We're a bit over-equipped. Though, to be fair, if they can do 1 damage, they could kill us. We'll see if that happens.
A bit over.
Oh, never mind. It's not a problem anymore. That Sonny's playing it safe. But he would normally just walk through here and be like, yep, I'm good.
Oh yeah, in record attempts, I would not have stopped to heal up. I would have just pulled Merilith right here and now and called it good.
There's so little chance that you actually get hit here. Like it's near impossible. But you have to heal up sooner or later anyway.
Yeah.
The only reason is you'd want to use healer rather, so you can just heal the whole party and then use an ether instead of a couple potions.
So, after this cutscene of Hellfire Chasm opening up, we are going to go over to Elfheim to pick up the haste spell, and then we're going to go over to Melmond to first off pick up Healara as well as Firaga, and then we're going to go translate the Rosetta Stone so that way we can learn Lefanian. After that, we're headed to Lefane to get the Chime so we can access Mirage Tower and in turn access Sky. There's going to be a lot of walking in this, so Hebinks, it's all yours, my friend.
Awesome. I love having the mic for a long time while we walk. RPG Limit Break has their own merchandise store, from hoodies to coffee mugs to even fanny packs. You're sure to find your new favorite RPG Limit Break gear. And the best part is, all proceeds from our merchandise sales go directly towards funding RPG Limit Break, so we can continue to bring you these awesome live events every year where we quote Futurama and silly places. To visit our store online, please visit www.store.rpglimitbreak.com. And I also wanted to give a shout out to our community artists, LLK, who designed the RPG Limit Break logo, and Mega Wheezy and It's Casa, who are responsible for designing several of the emotes, which you can access by subscribing to RPG Limit Break's channel. All revenue from subscriptions, bits, and the ads we run contribute to funding our annual marathons. And your support in this regard is critical to helping us put on these wonderful events year after year. I love the town theme, especially the remaster here. It's so peaceful.
Yeah, it is really, it's a good interpretation of the original.
Trunks, no. No,
Trunks, don't you do it. Future Trunks,
no,
don't you do
Trunks,
it.
don't do this.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh. So yeah, the NPCs, they just block you in sometimes. And we've nicknamed that one Trunks. I mean, I think for obvious reasons.
That one's Future Trunks.
I mean, I guess if you want to be pedantic about it.
Trunks is over in Honorac. Future Trunks is right there.
But can they? Yeah, I mean, I guess they can exist at the same time. They kind of just did that in Dragon Ball, huh?
I mean, they kind of did that in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, it was so good they did it twice.
How do you capitalize on cool? Do it again.
Steak and wings, why are you not letting me run? I know you're delicious, but now's not the time.
Food.
Sonny, don't let the hunger win.
That's only if I see a T-Rex. Oh, hello, Unrunnable. So yeah, new sets of unrunnable encounters. Anything that has a Minotaur zombie in it is going to be unrunnable. On top of that, if we encounter the Blue Dragon on Mirage 2, that is unrunnable. And we got a Great Axe.
Okay.
Nice.
Cute. Yeah, and those of you with the Peninsula Power Question, yeah, it exists in this version. You could grind on them if you wanted to, just slow. But yeah.
Yeah, or you could just Barbarian Sword.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much easier way to break this game that requires like way less effort.
This game and the GBA.
What is happening?
It's the EXP that I need.
All Minotaurs all the time.
The game knows I need EXP right now.
It's free real
Fiend,
estate.
an absolute fiend.
This and the GBA one are much easier than the NES original. You really don't need to grind.
Should have kept the whiteboard so I could keep count. What are we at, 10?
It's
Unrunnables?
No,
just
10 Minotaurs.
11, or no, 13 if we're counting the individual monsters.
All right, let's see if the football
No
team
linebacker?
is in full force tonight or not.
It's Sunday night.
It is. It technically is.
I mean, the
They're
Lithuanians have unbeatable defense, but they've never scored a goal.
No linebackers.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that.
And that's why they lose every game.
Oh my
What if
goodness.
it was, you know, you haven't had enough of these.
Apparently not.
Some more.
I need to eat more of them, apparently.
To throw in a couple of trolls just to make it shake things up.
Shout
Like,
out,
see, look, we have more than one enemy.
Shout out to this game's adorable monster sprites.
Oh, yeah.
They're such good interpretations of the NES.
But Troll looks like he's having an existential crisis.
Yeah,
That troll has a massive pounding headache.
the troll looks like it has a horrific headache. It's doing like the, you know, Tetsuo.
Yeah. Just.
Get out of my head!
I do want to go ahead and read off some of these donations that are coming in from our lovely viewers. We got a $25 donation with no comment from Median Joe. Thank you so much for that generous donation. And a $50 donation from an anonymous donor with no comment. Thank you both for those incredible donations. And again, I know we're up here goofing, but I want to remind everybody, why we're here. Did you know that roughly 1 out of 5 Americans live with mental health conditions? We at RPG Limit Break are proud to be raising money for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, a charity that works tirelessly towards cracking the code of mental illness through various means such as education, leadership, and increasing the availability of care. Please join RPG Limit Break in supporting this incredibly worthy cause. Back to the goofs.
So welcome to the Mirage Tower. This first half of the dungeon is going to go relatively fast because this dungeon is actually broken into 2 halves. We've got, of course, the Mirage Tower, which consists of 3 floors, followed by the Floating Fortress, which is another 5 floors. But, and this is a major point, on the 5th floor of the Floating Fortress, there is a certain monster, a certain robot chicken, if you will.
Robot chicken.
A certain death machine that might come out if you all coax it enough.
Yeah, I'd say it's the most dangerous thing in the game, but with the added dungeons, that is not true.
It's a 1 in 64 encounter, but there's always a chance.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I've seen him hit it in runs yet, but surely this is the run.
If we hit that tonight, during this marathon, I'll put $20 down. No questions asked. And Chad, I think you should do it too. If we
I
see
can match
Warmack,
20 on that. If we see Warmack, that's worth it.
$20 easy for Warmack. And you're going to fight it, right?
Oh yeah, I actually will fight it.
Have no other option but to fight it, or else
No,
he's
it's
picked
runnable.
off. Yeah. No, that's not what I mean. I was not calling it unrunnable. I said you're like legally binded to fight it.
I didn't sign a contract for that.
So it's
That was
it's like-
legitimately in the runner documentation. Did you not read it?
So it's like suplexing the train.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
you always
do it.
have to suplex
You're
the train.
It's in the
Until
FF1
you're-
EULA.
Until your
There we
Sabin
go. It's
gets
in the EULA.
muddled and eat
I got
EULA,
that.
yeah. EULA? What EULA? Man. Hey.
Oh. Hey, we saw this enemy like 30 minutes ago.
We'll take a little bit actually. 'cause
1 or
sure.
2 of them.
It's like an even dozen.
It was more than that because we were actually slightly off on the Black Mage's EXP. So yeah, Flying Fortress, pretty calm. There's really only the one unrunnable of the Evil Eye. And that shows up on floors 1 and 2. After you get past floor 2, you're literally just running to the end. And I'm going to put my flag down on this. The correct path for the Flying Fortress maze is right and then up.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
It does in this case because it actually does save a step.
RNG. RNG. RNG.
Rip my wall.
RNG. Ah!
I was hoping for it.
Scammed again. One day. Just keep resubmitting it until you get Warmack in a run. I'm sure Games Committee will be fine with that.
I mean, there's one person that has gotten it in every single Total Chaos tournament and quite a few runs just out of nowhere.
Ooh, nice. Got haste off first.
12 hits, 1985 by Tia 1.
Yeah, so this is kind of why we brought the Thief. He's a multi-tool, but has a lot higher speed set, so he just ends up getting more hits. So with a Barbarian Sword that we can just kind of throw on him and haste, he ends up being a bit more effective than the fighter normally would be because of the glitched equipment.
So this is our 4th and final crystal lit. And we still have the Temple of Fiends to go through, but we're going through it 2,000 years in the past. There are 2 major reset points coming up that I'm going to safety save before both of them. The first one is Lich 2. If you're used to watching the NES randomizer, Lich 2 more often than not is considered a speed bump. He's very far from a speed bump in the PSP version if he gets initiative because he can cast Flare on turn 1. The other safety save is going to be right before Chaos, and there's going to be a decent bit of equipment glitching before I actually fight Chaos. We actually are going to do that equipment glitching for agility manipulation, and that is why we picked up the Mithril Sword so early on when we were in Crescent Lake. Those Mithril Swords turn into crystal armors, which are exactly what we need for progressing through.
While we make our way there, I would like to go ahead and plug some incentive news. First and foremost, the chicken news. Whole chicken has increased its lead to $102 versus free chicken, $25. So if you'd like to free that chicken, get your donations in. And we have opened 2 new incentives. We have Fight Seal Guardians in Final Fantasy VIII. That is $1,750 needed to meet that incentive, and we will fight the Seal Guardians. And then we have a singing incentive that is opened up. If chat raises $1,000, we will sing Eyes on Me during the Final Fantasy VIII run. So if you want to hear us sing Eyes on Me, get your donations in.
All right, here we go. 2,000 years into the past.
A little robe figure is the what opens up the Labyrinth of Time in the back of the temple there.
Sid, would you like to do me a favor?
What'd I do?
Would you like to list off all of the unrunnable encounters in the entirety of the Temple of Fiends 2,000 years in the past?
All right, let's see where we start, where we finish. Let's see here. We got green dragons. We got all the bosses. Purple worms. Dragon zombies. Water elementals. Oh, a death eye. That's neat. Ice wolf, winter wolf and ice gigas, excuse me. Fire elementals. And earth guardians. Yeah, that's about like 3/4 of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the unrunnable encounters that you will see in the run happen in this dungeon alone. And here we go, already with one.
This is why we picked up the elemental spells, so hopefully we'll get through these unrunnables a little bit quicker than throwing out a flare.
Sonny, would you like me to charge you with some positive energy from donations?
Hit me with it.
We got $25 from Warmex as the Light Warriors come out and play.
Yeah!
Sadly, we didn't cross paths, but man, he had it coming if we did.
He must have been off shift.
Yeah. We got $5 from Scratch Dragon, says the gang is back in town. When do we find value in Cape Bahamut? Hi, Swimmy. Hi, Sonny.
Hey, Scratch.
Hi, Scratch!
We got $25 from Quasar. It says, keep those long format JRPGs coming, RPG Limit Breakdown. We will. We have many more to come. And we have $150 from Dragon Rose Coffee. It says, way to blast off on day one with some great runs. We are excited for another great week of raising money for Nami with you all. Keep up the great work.
All right, Black Mage HP is looking good. So, Demi, you've done your job.
Could it be the Minotaurs that we eradicated?
No, it was absolutely all of the Frost Wolves and Ice Gigas that we got in that floor, as well as Zombie Dragons, because those are extremely good on the EXP yield.
We're just on an extermination campaign at this point, aren't we?
Well, let's see if we get a 1 in 128 drop from this.
If we get a Mega Elixir, just...
No. There's a very useless 1 in 128 drop from this at this point in the game. Okay. We're going to try it.
It's a
We got it.
runnable. Woo! Finally. That is a little bit less
This
runnable.
is a little bit...
Come back here.
About that HP value, I hate to inform you, but they are very dead. Surely we have a way to combat that.
If only we had Judgment Staves.
Yeah. Just no, I don't think I'm playing ball anymore. See you later. I've seen a couple of runs die to him just stubbornly trying to run from dragons, and I'm like, bro, just Judgment Staff. It's better than dying.
I do want to update everybody that we have met the battle on the big Boardwalk DLC for Get in the Car, loser. Thanks,
Let's
chat. Keep them
go.
coming.
I love that game name, by the way.
Yeah.
You have to say it like that. It's like I'm contractually obligated. Any of the hosts have to read the name like that.
Yeah, it's just like, get in the car, loser.
I mean, it's like whenever we go out to get something here, you're just like, all right, get in the car, loser.
We're going eating.
We're going places. Where are places? Places.
I know. My mother says I need to let her know where the places are that I'm going. She just wants to keep me safe. Oh, that's neat. Just full party slow.
Well,
yeah, that's right, Ribbon. Aha.
Well, that's also slow 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'll do it. I should absolutely safety save here. Even though I have 394 HP on the fighter.
We're just cycling the
I'm
RNG, so it's
fine.
not flare. It's fine.
Good. Black Mage goes first. Haste going off first is very important, as that's 2,104 damage. That's Lich 2 down. That's like...
Have you hit all the hastes this run?
So far, I have.
I just, like, the fact that you've just, like, thrown out the haste first and it's worked out every time. I've seen a lot of runs where he goes to throw haste and they both attack before the Black Mage each time, and you're just like, another turn it is.
All right, so far we're looking good on getting through this Chaos Shrine. But I guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you all, that Chaos is going to have a few words to say about that. So Merilith 2 here is going to pretty much be the same, as Haste goes off first again. All right. 2,025 damage, and then another 1,047. Not quite enough to finish her, but this swing absolutely will get the job done. So the other thing we didn't mention about the Thief is that he really is the DPS carry of the run. As you've noticed, he's been actually getting quicker hit growth than the fighter, adding on to his multipliers, just making his damage output even higher and higher and higher. And with Haste, since it's a static double of one's hits, it just doubles his damage output and makes him just unbelievably powerful.
Yeah, the only thing that really holds the like Thief and Ninja back, specifically in this version, is the equipment pool. Like most of the weapons are based on like getting crits and stuff, and even with the crits, they really don't hit quite as hard. But when you can just throw a barbed sword on him, you can outclass the fighter. Normally, though, by the time you get the barbarian sword, it really doesn't matter who you put it on, because everybody will probably be hitting max anyway. It's really kind of got the Masa problem, where it's like, well, I guess I'll put it on the Black Mage.
Good.
Blue knife?
So there you go. There's Kraken's lethal damage. A whole 8 damage. And Kraken's
One
down.
for each hit.
So we only have Tia 2.
He's just
And
trying to
then
keep it down. It's fine.
Chaos remaining. So we are on to Tia's floor. There's one encounter that could show up here that's also a 1 in 64. That is the Iron Golem.
Well, as we lead up to Chaos here, I do want to read off a couple donations here. We got a $20 donation from Neobari. It says, Chaos here with a few words. Bring it. Followed by a $5 donation from Jack Garland. And it's just angry Chaos breathing intensifies.
But I have come to kill Chaos.
Well, I mean, it had to happen eventually. Black Mage hasn't bit the dust quite yet.
I was about to say, Black Mage going down is totally expected here for Tia 2.
Yeah, the elemental skills hit like a truck compared to spells. They're on a whole different level.
Okay, so we have a little bit of menuing to do after we get onto Chaos's floor.
Yeah, we gotta do
But
something.
first, a word from our vampires.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of rejiggering so that we can guarantee the White Mage goes last, so that our healing cycle's pretty much set. one thing I learned with some of the newer runs that I've been picking up is like you kind of have to have a idea about healing. It's like you either want to heal preemptively or post in response, and either one of those will put you in a pattern where you know when to start healing. So we're actually going to go out of our way to throw some crystal armor, crystal mail on the white mage to slow her down is significantly, so that we can actually make sure that the healing is at the end of the turn, so we can heal out every bit of damage that Chaos is outputting. Those giant tonics that we got earlier are incredibly important here as well, since the Black Mage and Thief are kind of struggling for a large amount of HP. Those will give them another 200 HP to their cap, but it will not refill their current HP pool.
One other thing I forgot to do in this menu.
But we do go out of our way to throw a Barbarian Sword on the Black Mage, so you can guess what might happen. But we do want to get haste up first.
All right.
With
so,
go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know the time is going to be on the crack boom when Chaos dies. He has 20,000 HP, and this fight can go off the rails very, very quickly. So we're going to have to hope we actually get a favorable either skill or spell usage pattern, if not physical attacks. So first things first, we need to Giant's Tonic the Thief. We are going to Giant's Tonic the Black Mage. We are going to set up the Mega Elixir here. And then we are going to haste the Thief.
Yeah, so the Mega Elixir here helps solve that problem of the max HP being increased but not current. And if it works out right, he'll hit right before, so the Mega Elixir will get everybody to max. As long as Blaze doesn't tank anyway, I think everybody should be able to survive with their current HP.
Perfect.
Yep.
That is the exact turn one that we wanted.
This puts us in a very leading position, so we can spam healer every turn and just keep pounding away until we out-damage his HP pool before he hits Kiraja, which will refill his full HP pool. At this point, we're kind of at the mercy of whether we see a lot of skills or if we see traditional spells. These skills will hit harder. If we need to, we'll stop and start throwing some high potions to get us back on track. But ideally, we'd like to be swinging with a Black Mage.
But you can see that Healara won't keep up with the damage unless Chaos gives you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, you basically tread water with Healara, but not too well when he just spams the skills. I believe this is insta-kill, so the ribbon should...
No, it's not insta-kill. This is going to do high damage.
Oh, I'm thinking of Earthquake then.
Yeah, you're thinking of Earthquake that is insta-kill, but we're still alive. So if he decides to Earthquake next turn, we literally have a free turn. Even if he were to use Blizzara or Blizzaga next turn, we'd still be okay. Why did I haste again? Because I just held X.
Yes.
Okay, he melees, which is perfect. So we've probably done about 9,000 damage to him.
Yeah, we're in a decent-ish position. We're just hoping that we start seeing some single targets here so that we can kind of outspeed his healing. That's actually perfect.
That is perfect.
2 melees.
This fight should be guaranteed at this point.
Yeah, at this point, we're in a really good spot.
Too late, I already said it.
Blame the runner, not the commentator.
Earthquake is going to do absolutely nothing.
F-R-E-E. Free. Now we're back to full here.
So like 1 or 2 more turns.
And time.
Nope. Time. And there we go. Good run. Very solid.
You know, I will actually take that because most of the runs have had relatively poor encounter table luck. This one had fairly decent encounter table luck, but a lot of unrunnable encounters. I can't be upset about that.
It was a very weird trade-off for sure.
And now for Hellfire Chasm.
Yes. So I have a different save file to load for that because Hellfire Chasm works differently because of the all bosses route. So I can get that loaded up very quickly. And on top of that, I'm already inside Hellfire Chasm, but not actually past the door to go to the first floor.
And you'll notice we've not only promoted, but we have 2 ninjas.
Yes, so this is going to be the all bosses party, and yeah, my levels, they're looking a little bit different here. So the reason we're level 34 on the White Wizard is so that way we can have Heliga, as well as Exit. On top of that, we have the ninjas up at level 22, so that way they have MP and Haste. Haste is very important, though we'll see how necessary it is. But we'll get Hellfire Chasm started in 3, 2, 1, go.
I gotta appreciate how one of the ninjas has like 40 MP and the other one's got 26.
All right, so let's see where we are in here, because the fun part about the Soul of Rebirth dungeons is that all of them are procedurally generated.
It was a very interesting play that kind of threw off a lot of people where it's like, wait a minute, this is not static. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so this was not the correct route, because there are... Having to memorize all 4 of the Soul of Rebirth dungeons means you have to more or less remember which floor you're on of which dungeon on the fly, and sometimes it's a little easier said than done. So in this case, it was a moment of I had to kind of just meander my way around and then be like, okay, this is the one that I'm on.
Yeah. It's a little bit harder than just 2 enemy patterns, 2 box patterns, huh?
Oh, very much so. So this floor, this, you might be like, wait, you're on the overworld in a dungeon. How? And my answer is yes.
Yeah, this game has the extra dungeons do a lot of very, very weird things that are interesting. Yeah, I'll go with
Interesting is absolutely the right word to describe it. The way that they did the extra dungeons is they took the rules of the game and they looked at them and went, yeah, they're going out the window.
It's right in the trash can into a fire.
So this is, if I remember correctly, one of the unrunnable encounters in this dungeon, because there are a lot of unrunnable encounters within the bonus dungeons, but there are also a metric ton of runnable encounters. And right now, what I am trying to do is I'm trying to find where my ship is so that way I can get my airship, so that way I can then leave this floor of Hellfire Chasm.
Yeah, these the bonus dungeons are very convoluted. It's a refreshing gameplay experience, and the fact that it like really only exists in the GBA or the PSP version is a bit sad, but it does yet again give them more replayability versus some of the other ports. That it just has something that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, like this dungeon in and of itself is very weird. And really, this is more of a showcase of this particular bonus dungeon. And with getting this floor layout in particular already, it's not great.
Rude.
Yeah.
It's very, very rude. So...
yeah, I'll remind you guys, we're still kitted out. Like, the chests are just like... It's only if you have goblin syndrome where you gotta open every chest. They're not gonna do us any good.
I think I remember where the ship is.
I feel like we're going in circles.
Oh, we absolutely are. But that's...
Might we stop going in circles?
That's kind of the catch of the bonus dungeons is when you get into the overworld such as this, it can throw you into circles for literal days.
It just kind of drops you in a spot and you have to wait.
There you are. Should be over here. Yeah, there you are. Okay, so we have the ship. Objective 1 complete.
On to the high seas.
All right, now to go in circles on the ocean.
Except it'll be a little bit less obvious. Oh no, we're just going to take the safe route. We're just going to tread the side of the continent. That's probably a good play, actually. The good old follow left wall of a maze to get out or something like that.
Oh yes, the Hugging Queens are unrunnable. Okay, I think I have Judgment Staves. I should have Judgment Staves on this file.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, there they are. I just had to remember where I had them in the inventory.
Yeah, because most of this is like more or less any percent plus, because you have to do a little bit extra.
Yeah, so this would be done in both all bosses and the complete bestiary category.
Yeah, all bosses sounds like kind of interesting. The complete bestiary sounds just abysmal.
And
That- the distinction between the two is fighting all forms of Carnodia for the bestiary versus only have to fight Carnodia once. Well, these drops are pretty good.
I mean, the Zephyr Cape's not bad, but I don't want it.
Curtain? I mean, yeah, it is.
Lunar
They-
Curtain I don't want either because I've got 4 ribbons.
I know. Just pointing out the drops are like actually decent here if you don't like equipment glitch, or you're in the GBA version where you can't do it.
Yeah. So at this point now I just have to remember exactly where the, and I'm going to say this in air quotes, Ryukon Desert is in here. Because there is an area that is registered as the Ryukon Desert that you have to interact with a tree in order to unearth the airship, so that way you can finish out the dungeon, and I was on the right path.
These maps seem kind of dreadful, actually.
Yeah, the fact that I got this so early is by far the worst. But the bright side is that with this being the worst floor, getting the rest of the way down shouldn't be that bad. Do I have to talk to the dude? I do.
Oh. That is a very conspicuous tree.
Yeah, that tree is where I would normally use the floater in order to get the airship, but because they actually set flags in these bonus dungeons, which is great, we're probably going to be stuck on this floor until the time happens, which is fine. We have to go talk to a pirate that's on an island to then be like, okay, now we can go to this tree and interact with it and get the airship, and then we're done.
You know, that is kind of true to the spirit of Final Fantasy. The original game, just
They just had to program their own little mini Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy.
little fetch quest.
Yeah.
All in Hellfire Chasm, by the way. Just world map.
And I will admit, when I had first pitched the incentive, I originally had thought that
Oh yes, that
I would be
was-
doing-
Oh wow, I forgot that was there.
Earthgift Shrine or this, and then I saw it was this, and I went, oh,
I think
Yep.
I've made a critical judgment error.
no, I went, this is either going to be fun or it's going to be very, very terrible.
Well,
And it's very, very terribly fun.
While we make our way back to a conspicuous tree in the middle of a desert, do you mind if we read off some donations?
Punch it.
We got $25 from Keanu. It says, it has finally opened. We must hear the beautiful and angelic singing voice of Mr. Ayymart singing Eyes on Me. In chat, that donation incentive is open. It is $1,000 total, and we are at $30 towards that goal. If you want to hear Eyes on Me being sung live during the run of Final Fantasy VIII, get those donations in. We got a $25 donation from an anonymous donor with no comment. Thank you. $100 from Eric's33 with no comment. Thank you very much. And $30 from Hiberius with no comment. Thank you very much for those generous donations. Tree.
Yeah,
Cutscene.
this looks like a tree. You can kind of make it out.
Airboat.
airboat. Don't believe this is a hovercraft, but okay.
No, it's an airboat. There's a difference.
Does the knight just throw the tree really, really hard?
Yes, exactly. Oh, by the way, that's as far as we needed to go.
Surely there was a faster way.
I wish. So this floor, not too bad. It's really just go down and then you're at the exit. So welcome to B5. I think I'm gonna head south for this one. And we are actually going to overwrite the save here. Not that I'm worried about really losing the fight, but more that things can just go awry at any given moment. So say hello to Cagnazzo and enjoy this remix of the FF4 boss theme. Might actually die. If we do, it's fine.
Should have cast Thunder.
No, I should have hasted the fighter, is what I should have done. Yeah. So we're going to reset that. We're actually going to haste the fighter, and we're going to haste the
other
bottommost ninja.
Yeah.
And we should actually make it through that fight. The Cagnazzo fight in and of itself is actually the more difficult fight of the two. On this floor, floor 10 will have the other two fiends of the elements. And that would be Rubicante as well as Barbaricia. So we're gonna have to see if we just end up immediately falling flat on our face here. No, instead he melees. Good.
Okay, or we can just have a freebie. That works too, I guess.
It's free real
Changed his
estate.
mind. He's sorry about the last fight.
So I'm gonna say we can mercy kill it after this boss, unless you guys want me to do the remaining 5 floors. Either way works for me, so I'll leave it up for y'all and staff to decide.
Nice light curtain there. I guess we can keep progressing in the meantime.
Okay, we'll keep going in the meantime.
Yeah. As a producer, I can tell you these calls take a little bit of time to make.
Yeah, because I know it's gone over the 10 minutes, and my estimate for this should have actually been 20 minutes, but that's fine.
I think
We're having a good time. We're enjoying.
I think the listed is 15, so you've got a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I got time until this bat ends up stopping me.
Key.
Delete bats.
Where is press cross to delete bat button? Let's see.
Wait, are we taking like damage on the floor, but not actually getting no encounters
It's
out
like
of it?
ambient. It's not the floor tiles.
What?
So this is like the one video game in which convection actually exists.
Yeah, exactly.
So, lava will just hurt you from the air.
You mean I can't stand 5 inches away from lava?
Oh
On
boy,
that
it's
floor,
this floor.
and only that floor, you cannot stand 5
So,
inches away
I'm
from
going to show you the fun mechanic on this floor. You might notice I'm on these tiles with gemstones. If I step onto them, then I will cause an encounter to happen. Also, there are lots of treasures riddled throughout this part of the dungeon, and it can be a bit infuriating to get through some of it, because the NPCs keep running left and right and left and right and left and right. So
This is so
you
rude.
kind of have to just squeeze your way through, and then you're good.
The devs knew. They had to have.
Oh, that was
known what the issues were.
100% intentional.
Oh, it absolutely was.
Look, you either wait or you fight. Those people would take the fight.
What if I want to fight and wait at the same time, though?
We're not at the DM.
Then we're gonna take your speedrunner card away.
I was gonna say he's playing the active time battle system, but that works too, I guess. Bit extreme, but okay.
Okay, so it's not this one, if I remember correctly. It is this one, because we come up to all of these hairpin turns. every single hairpin turn. If you like hairpin turns, this is the floor for you.
An actual maze.
A proper maze.
Yeah.
So we are on floor 9. This floor is we go down and go around. Continue around. Oh, hey, stairs.
Oh, that worked out pretty well.
Okay, so we're going to heal up real fast. We need to ether up the ninjas. And then we're going to head off to the south for this one.
Yeah, because both of floors 5 and 10 both split and determine which boss you're going to fight. They're always in the same spot. It's mainly to get whichever drop you want, or boss you want to fight, I guess, if that's what you're after.
So say hello to our favorite fiend, Vavalis, or Barbaricia, as she is known in this version. She can actually do quite a bit of damage, so we're going to see what happens here. As you can tell, she actually did more than one per hit. That already says something.
Yeah, because being able to stack body armor in all 3 slots kind of like breaks the damage formula of the game.
So we'll call time once she ends up being defeated, and I forget just how much HP she has off the top of my head, but it's not going to take too terribly long.
So how do you deal with her going in her tornado form?
If only that happened.
If the gimmicks were in this, I would really like to see how you were supposed to get yourself out of it.
Oh, and there she goes. She's gone.
Snap, crack, boom. If only we didn't have to spend like 5 minutes going, dude, where's my shit?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, also, there's the Braveheart sword. And, you know, because I've actually not checked what this changes into, so Braveheart is 3rd sword down. Okay, Mithril Helm. Cool.
Very nice.
That's absolutely worthless.
I mean, everything is kind of worthless in the eyes of Barbarian Sword Survival Best Duo.
Until you can do the Hero Shield and Ultimate Weapon.
True.
But yeah. Really, I got to give shout-outs to both Sid and Swimmy. Without both of them, this would have been really, really hard to do. Everybody here within the room and all of you watching from home, I got to give you all shout-outs because I appreciate it so much. On top of that, if you think I'm done with FF1 after this, you are sadly mistaken because, and this was requested, the PSP version is going to be in the Final Fantasy Relay. With that, Hebbinks, I'm going to throw it back to you, and I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Thank you very much, Sonny. Well, my time here has come to an end tonight, folks. Thank you all so much for having me as your generous host. But I leave you in the ever-capable hands of Xanthian. Or Zathian. Apologies. So, while we get set up for the next run, I am going to go ahead and throw it over to a couple of ads. If you are subbed to the channel, enjoy the music.
My friends, welcome back to RPG Limit Break 2026, coming to you live from Denver, Colorado. Thank you so much for that handoff, Hebix. My name is Zathian, and I'm going to be taking care of you during this this beautiful Earthbound run. But first off, we've got an interview ready for you from the runner of Final Fantasy VIII. Moonblaze Wolf is going to be interviewing Ayymart. So take it away. Show us.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Ayymart, how's it going?
It's going all right.
Good to see you.
I'm excited to,
Yeah.
compress some time.
Yeah. I mean, we're really excited for your run tomorrow, Final Fantasy VIII, any percent with the cutscene remover.
Yes.
Very important thing. More and more RPGs these days doing the cutscene remover.
Yes.
It's a really fun thing that does make certain games a lot more accessible to the marathon. So we're really glad that that made it into the schedule.
Yes.
So first things first, I just want to ask you, so like, what's your history with Final Fantasy VIII as a speed game? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've been running the game for a really long time. You've been, really doing a lot with it. Tell me about how the cutscene remover plays into the Final Fantasy VIII speedrun.
Yeah, so...
okay, that's incredible too. I'm just really glad that FF8 has such a cool cutscene remover. It sounds like there's been a lot of work and love put into that. So Final Fantasy VIII fans, there's certain things that we, just love about Final Fantasy VIII as a game. I gotta know, will we be seeing things like Triple Triad in your run tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be seeing some Tetramaster.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sure everybody can't wait. That run is gonna be tomorrow morning. We're gonna get going here, but I want to just ask one more thing, kind of like on a personal note. How's your RPG Limit Break been going so far?
It's been good.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that you were having dinner with Puexel last night and he actually told you what his favorite Final Fantasy was. That is just so hard to believe.
I know.
So that is Ayymart, Final Fantasy VIII, any percent with the cutscene remover tomorrow. We've got an incredible run of Earthbound coming up for you next here, and we don't want to take any more time. We want to get that back. Oh, hold on. I'm getting word. Ayymart, this is really embarrassing. We left the cutscene remover on for the interview.
Oh.
That was a little weird. Probably, I didn't really notice anything, but we really got through that interview really quickly.
We must have done the wrong install.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I can tell we turned the cutscene remover off now, so we're good.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah. So, sorry about that, everybody. I mean, it just happens. We're RPGs, like cutscene removers, there's just so much going on there right now. We had an interview cutscene remover and, we left it on. Oops, it happens. So, let's just kind of backtrack a little bit. So how's your RPG Limit Break been going so far?
It's been fun. I got in last night about 7 local time. And I went and got some dinner, chilled a little bit with the buds, and we just hung out and we actually watched some Rush Hour.
Oh, okay.
That was fun. We were just having a good time.
Awesome. Yeah. I've got in yesterday as well. It's awesome to be back in Denver for another year, having a great time as well.
Yes.
So the FF8 speedrun, give us a little sense. So how much does the cutscene remover take out of it? And, how long have you been running Final Fantasy VIII with and without the cutscene remover?
So I started actually not on PC. I started on PlayStation back in 2023. I just needed a break from running Final Fantasy IX. It was getting kind of really grueling, and I wanted to try something new. So I went and tried Final Fantasy VIII, and I had a really good time with it. It's got incredible music. Mm-hmm. It's got my favorite card game that isn't the Final Fantasy trading card game. It's got a lot of really fun menus. Coming from FF9, I love just really quick, snappy menus, and FF8 really brings more of that really just brings more of that out. So it's really fun.
Awesome, yeah. RPG speedrunners, RPG speedrunning fans, we, if nothing else, love a good menu.
Oh, and you're going to get a couple or a few of them tomorrow.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Final Fantasy VIII, the cutscene remover mod that's been made for it. How long has it been out? How accessible is it? Like, if people are curious, trying it out, maybe for speedrunning or even for like casual play.
Okay, so it started out as just the French version of the game because so French for Final Fantasy VIII is actually faster, and so it was being used more as a practice tool back then, and then it eventually became its own category, and now we have versions for both French and English. So we're doing English tomorrow. English is a little bit slower, but yeah, it's very accessible. You can find the resources on the Final Fantasy VIII Discord, the Final Fantasy VIII Speedrun.com page, and there's so many people who are willing to help. The community is just absolutely wonderful. If you ever have any problems, like they'll take care of you, I promise.
Nice.
So,
will we see Triple Triad still tomorrow?
oh, absolutely. Triple Triad. I mean, so the route that we'll be doing, actually, we're going to be getting card mod before we even leave Dalit. We're going to unlock that, and we'll have access to really powerful magics starting right after Dalit, and it really starts to ramp up as we near the end of what most people know is Disc 1. Yeah, it'll start to ramp up then, and yeah, Triple Triad will also have to be tracking some very important things over the first 35 minutes of the run to ensure that we are able to get the Zell card. The Quistis card we'll get before we even leave Balam Garden. So yeah, it'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Sweet, yeah. And we were talking incentives before the interview.
Yes.
You told me about an Ultimisia Castle incentive that you were planning. You neglected to tell me about the singing incentive.
Well,
and so I got to hear about that from Hebbings just now. So so tell us about the incentives that folks can donate for this run.
So yes, you can pay to have me sing Eyes on Me. I'm going to coax my couch into doing it. Quetz and Jack are both wonderful singers, and I am also I'm all right, I guess. But so yeah, you can donate towards that. We'll also have naming incentives for Squall and Renoa. Unfortunately, all the other characters, due to the cutscene, remember, we can't name them in the middle of the run. So those are the only two options that we have for naming incentives. We'll also have the bid war for the concert that they put on for Squall as part of his, he becomes leader of Balam Garden. And so that's kind of a controversial topic in the FF Speedrun in the community, whether you are team Eyes on Me or team Irish Jig. And so donate towards that. Tell us what team you're on. We'd love to raise some money for a wonderful cause. And then also something that I just thought of was doing a Ultimisia's Castle boss rush. And this is something that I don't think I've seen ever done in a speedrun marathon where FF8 was present. So every certain amount of dollars that are raised towards this incentive, we will unlock extra seals throughout the castle. And so, yeah, please, I would love to show all of that off. I've been kind of working on routing that, and it was really fun to kind of put all that together. So yeah, please, check those incentives out. Check out all the incentives. I mean, we have so many amazing runs that are taking place here, and yeah, everyone's worked so hard on their incentives. So yeah. So
and one more time, when is your run scheduled for tomorrow morning?
I believe as of right now it's 8-ish a.m., like 8:30 a.m., somewhere in that neighborhood. So yeah.
So all morning, we'll get to spend all of our Monday morning.
Yeah.
We'll have a case of the Mondays, but FF8's going to make it a little bit better.
It's going to make it FF great.
FF great. That's amazing. I love it. So
yes.
And I also want to show off some of the prizes that we have in the current prize block. And interestingly enough, fun Ayymart fact, Ayymart works at a card store, and a couple of our prizes are related to the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering set.
Yes.
So we've got the Magic the Gathering Commander deck here, pre-con. This is the Final Fantasy VI with Terra.
Yep.
And this is a minimum $15 donation through the end of Earthbound. So donate at least $15 for the rest of this next run, the Earthbound run is next. So by the end of the next run, and you will be in the running to win this prize.
Yeah.
We also have a really cool all 5 crystals from the Final Fantasy MTG set in a very cool display. And you were very, you liked this one.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about these cards and why you like this so much.
So they're just really cool thematically. I mean, I feel like they also work really well in the world of Magic the Gathering. I mean, the flavor is there. And they're all just beautiful arts too. I only own, I think, 2 of these in foil. So, but yeah.
Yes, I can confirm they are all foil.
Yes.
Another $15 prize minimum donation.
Yes.
So donate $15. Actually, for all of the prizes I'm going to show off, if you donate $15, you will be eligible for all of these. We'll bring up one more Final Fantasy prize. We have some great Perlers. Also, really quick before I move on, I should mention the MTG Precon was donated by Ashen Prime to the event. And the the foil crystals in the display was Fritzkin. So we have some wonderful folks who donated these prizes. I want to make sure that they get their due. And then we have the Perlers here, the White Mage and the Black Mage Perlers. This is a $5 minimum donation. So any donation here, you can be entered to win these. You can kind of check these out. We just had the a wonderful Final Fantasy I run by Sony. We got to see these characters in that run, and no more Final Fantasy themed prizes at RPG Limit Break. Big surprise there that we have stuff like this. So good Perler prizes, and then we have a couple Earthbound prizes that I want to show off because these are really neat too. So we have a Earthbound teddy bear plush that was donated by Drumboardist. And this is a minimum $10 donation, so you can check that out. It's on a little bit of like a it's on like a little keychain thing here. You could put it on your keyring, I suppose, if you wanted to. Little big, but it's a nice teddy bear. I don't know if it's going to take a hit for you, if but it's there. So. And then we have, this is really cool. I saw this when I got back here. I was like, oh, wow, I can't wait to show this off. This is the hint hat. So a knitted hint hat that was provided to us. And I'm not going to put it on my head because I want to keep this nice and sanitary. But the thought occurred to me that it could go on my head. But yeah, very neat wearable prize that you can, there's the T. Lifted the wrong side there. So you can see we got the whole word on there, the hint hat. That was donated to us, provided by Darth Plagle. So thank you very much for that as well. And one more thing here that I want to show off. We got a lot of Dragon Quest stuff all week long. We have this Dragon Quest crochet plush. This is a minimum $10 donation. And this was from Possum Coffee. And again, all of the prizes I'm showing off right now, if you make a $15 donation to NAMI, you will be entered to win all of these prizes. And they are all available until the end of the Earthbound run, which is coming up next. And I know we are all really excited for that run. Earthbound, such a great classic retro RPG, and Andy Perfect is going to do a fantastic job showing that off for everybody. So, Ayymart, this has been a blast, my friend.
Yes,
always good to spend more time with you.
Yes,
good luck on your run tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
And we'll get ready. We're going to finish getting ready for Earthbound now. Thank you, everybody, for watching our segment, and we'll throw it back to the host.
Enjoy the marathon.
All right, thank you so much, Blaze and Ayymart. That was an excellent interview. It was a little bit better with the cutscene skip off, but I don't know. It was faster with it on, so I'm not sure. We'll have to have the audience decide which they liked more. But hey, while we've got getting set up for Earthbound, I've got a bunch of love coming in. I do have a very sentimental donation from Corny Cecil Morty, who donated $131.31. They send in a message saying, my brother Philip passed away last October due to his paranoid schizophrenia. He was a wonderful, kind person who was very shy, but was unafraid to help others when they were in need. We bonded over a love of things geeky, spending a lot of time playing Burnout Paradise over the course of 2 years. After that, we just spent a lot of time jumping around other games, teaching me about games I'd never heard of, like Gabriel Knight and Wasteland, and he explained it was the precursor to Fallout. We ended up playing Warframe online together whenever he couldn't show up in person. We even watched a little bit of RPG LB together, geeking out the 1 year when Illusion of Gaia was being run. He was also an artist, making lots of arts and crafts, showing love to things like Mass Effect and Fallout. Having made a life-sized replica of the NCR Ranger from New Vegas, it was incredible to see. He also loved Final Fantasy. 8 was his favorite. This is just one way that I can say I absolutely love him and miss him. He was a Halloween baby, so I did my best to donate for 1031. Philip, I love you and miss you. We all miss Philip. Thank you so much for that donation toward NAMI and the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and we are so glad that we can contribute to memorializing for him.